Monday. I hate when people say Happy Monday.
I do too. Don't say that.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Friday's a thing. Happy Monday's not a thing.
Not so much a thing. Try just staying positive, right? Start the day with a smile. Oh my. No. Okay.
Keep talking yourself into it.
I know, right?
This will be our first full week in a couple weeks because we had a Friday off and then we had a Monday off, and now we have 5 days this week.
A whole 5 days. We're in it to win it here. Okay, so a lot of stuff on today's show after a really pretty weekend. It was so gorgeous out. We were outside a lot, which was super, super fun. I know you kind of hung out this weekend. I did a little top golfing.
How'd that go? You crushed your
You know
son
how
on
it
his
went.
birthday.
Yeah, you called me a bad mom on the show today.
Bad mom, you crushed him on his birthday. Let the boy win just once in his life.
Do you guys really? Well, he does win.
Well, here,
but I'm not gonna let anybody win ever. And that came up on the show today that I didn't even think to. I mean, he just turned 19. He's fine.
He's fine. And you didn't, when you texted that, you were beating your son at Top Golf while it was happening, you didn't give me the full story. I didn't know that you had never golfed before. I didn't know that your family does golf, like your boys do golf, and you still beat them. So I'm changing my mind a little bit. He kind of deserved to lose. If he's the golfer and you've never done it and you still beat him, sorry.
I beat everybody. And Top Golf isn't golf. That's why because I don't like golf, right? Top Golf, you get up and you're whacking a ball.
No, there's games to play. There's points. Yeah,
and so we play by points,
stuff.
and you just have to hit it into one of the big giant holes that are in the middle of the field. And I just kept hitting it I was consistent where it wasn't going very far. So it was 3 points, 3 points, 4 points, 3
Fizz,
points.
I can't believe we didn't already think about this. Because, when I look back and look at the scores she sent, they were actually pretty low. Maybe they let her beat them.
Oh,
you just blew my mind. They let you win because they're nicer people than you are.
They're like,
how about that?
Just like mom's been through a lot the last.
I got a
couple
score
weeks.
of 28, where a typical lower score is 100.
Okay.
Well, let's just. I
Sounds
will
like
say,
everybody in
though,
your family is not good at golf.
I will say though, those were the scores, and we weren't even halfway through. Yeah. So just to clarify, we had only hit 9 balls at that point, and you hit 20.
It'd be great if at Top Golf, the winner of that round or the points, you got a drink or a snack, a boneless wing sent out to you. Some sort of prize involved. I would do that.
Yeah. Mom pays again.
Yeah, I feel like everybody in your family needs to practice a little more. Golfing's fun. Top Golf is fun. Drinking and eating while you're swinging a stick, also fun.
So fun. I'm kind of obsessed with Top Golf, but it's is there a point ever where you do? I don't know if I ever let my kids win. And not that this is where I teach a lesson in life. I just don't think I ever did. I think it was just you play a game, everybody wants to win. I don't let anybody win.
I've let my kids win a lot when I'm done with the game. Oh God, just throw the game of Candyland, just let them win, and then I'll cheat to let them win.
Okay.
So that's a good example.
Monopoly? They don't play Candyland anymore.
I would never let my kids beat me at tennis. I mean, that's my sport.
Yeah.
So I'd never
just
crush them. No, they have to learn.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Easy, fun games, Top Golf. I would let my birthday boy win. I would.
You would?
Yeah.
How? You just hit a ball. You don't know where it's going to go. How do you lose at Top Golf?
There's only so much you can do. If your kid sucks and can't even make one, then you it's hard to let them win when they're not good.
Right. That's the hard part. Is not like I was trying to do good. It was just working out that way that I was just putting them over. And they're not even going for it. It was so funny. So no, he did have a really good time. It was just extra fun that I got to say that I beat them. And they are the big golfers in the family.
What did you just text me? You just texted me something.
Well, we were talking about today on the show, the Southern accent is going away. So many people are moving south that the Southern accent's actually starting to fade. So I text you, as a Minnesota girl, I text you certain words in Minnesota that I would know how to say, and I wanted to know if you knew how to say them.
In all fairness, I do have family from Minnesota. My wife's family is from Minnesota. So I can't really speak the Minnesotan accent. And so you've sent me some towns here.
Yes.
Okay. So you want me to pronounce
I
these
wanna
correctly,
know, yeah,
like
I want to see if you know how to pronounce the names of these towns.
I live in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just you would know how it's pronounced.
Bemidji.
Bemidji.
Bemidji, I've heard of.
Perfect.
Bemidji.
Easy.
Shakopee.
Shakopee.
Oh, Shakopee. Oh, right. The A is.
Sha-
Oh, wait.
Shakopee. It's
Shakopee. Otsego.
Otsego.
Otsego. Matamidi. Matamidi? Matomidi.
That was my favorite. I don't even want to tell you.
How do you really say it?
That's Matamidi.
Matamidi.
If you are from Minnesota, it's, oh, you know, my family lives in White Bear Lake, and then they got friends over in Matamidi. Matamidi. You got to drag those vowels, right? Matamidi.
Well, that one's my new favorite.
That T is a D every time. It's not mat.
Right.
Matamidi.
Ellie.
Oh, no.
Eli.
Ely.
Ely.
Up to Ely.
Ah.
And it's an up to before that. Because if you're going there, you're going up to Ely.
Up to
And
Ely.
like it's one word. Yeah.
Lutzen.
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 Yep.
Lufsa. Lufsa.
Yep. You got it. Lutzen, you nailed.
All right. Edina. I know my family lives in Edina.
Oh, well, fancy.
But if I didn't know anything about
That's
that.
awesome. I didn't know. Do I see you in Cherry Hills here? Is that what we?
I'd say Edina.
Kinda.
But I know
That
it's
is
Edina.
by the way, that is such an Edina thing to do, is drop in that you live in Edina. In Minnesota, that's what, like, I remember radio stations when I was interning, they would make fun of Edina people like CrossFitters because they will work in that they live in Edina. So it's funny that you did that because that's where they're from. Like, oh.
Our Cherry Hills is our equivalent of Edina.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Cherry Hills is nicer, I would say. Like, but Edina is.
That's nice.
Yeah, they
It's
win
nice.
at hockey every year because hockey's an expensive sport, and Edina's got. I mean, yeah, the rich kids play Edina hockey.
Wayzata. Wayzata.
Almost as good as Matamidi. That's Wayzata.
Oh, Wayzata.
Like, an E and a D and a D. Wayzata.
Faribault.
Faribault.
Oh, the T is silent.
The T is silent, and so is the I, apparently. You live in Faribault?
Osakis. Is it Osakis?
Osakis.
Osakis. Cloquet. Cloquet. It should be cloquet rhymes with croquet.
Yeah, cloquet. That one I'll give you either one on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I will. People say that either way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cloquet.
All right. Kind of like Zuni Zunai here and Wine Coop.
Wine coop.
Either
Yes.
is acceptable.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Isanti.
Isanti.
Well, that was fun.
You did pretty well, Fizz.
Thanks.
You did pretty well on that.
I've spent a little bit of time in Minnesota.
Oh,
And-
sounds like
and North
Wayzata.
Dakota.
Yeah.
Oh God, North Dakota too. Let's talk about the dike. They'll tell you all about it when you go up
Okay.
there.
Well, I think
Well,
you
it
should.
broke a few. I mean, flooded the town.
Yes, the Grand Forks.
Got a big tour of it. Yeah.
Hot coverage. That was hot coverage
Oh,
in
yeah.
town. Oh, yeah. First time covering hard news there. Do you know, for a small part of my life, I had to cover the news.
And did you cover the dike breaking
I
in
had
Grand
to-
Forks?
I had to go up.
Well, everybody lives right next to the
Yes.
dike. It runs like the whole
Yes,
city.
it flooded the city. You know who saved that city? There was a giant donation. This is a true story. There was a giant donation. Millions and millions and millions of dollars. Big Mike, you can look it up right now, actually, because I'd love to know how much the donation was. But it was millions of dollars that came from a anonymous donor. And it ended up being one of the heirs to the McDonald's fortune. Like, in that family that started it. And I don't know if she was from there, but so affected by it. But it was a big mystery for a couple of weeks. People,
Really?
the donation was so big, it became so big that people had to know who it was. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
And they just didn't let it go. And finally somebody like outed her that she was the one that did that. But I had to go up, and I was like 19 years old, and it was my first job in radio at this small little radio station that I mentioned before, like farm markets, obituary reports, all of that. And I had to go cover that, and the big radio station in Fargo. Big time for me. Nervous to meet the announcers. And one of the announcers' names, and I had to practice saying it so I wouldn't laugh, was Sandy Buttweiler. And for the day, I was like, Ms. Buttweiler.
I bet Sandy Buttweiler covered the dike like no other.
She was on it. I've never seen anybody cover a situation like that, like Ms. Buttweiler. And I was like, is it Mrs. Buttweiler? Is it Ms.? So I just Ms. Buttweiler. And that to me is one of the challenges. And yeah, okay, a dike broke and the town flooded. I had to say Ms. Buttweiler over and over, okay? Everybody's giving today. Everybody's doing their part.
I just remember getting a tour of Grand Forks, and it was, oh, well, there's the dike. And then, you
And
know,
you're
you
like-
keep driving, then, oh, there's the dike again. Oh, there's the dike.
Was it
I
one-
mean, it's big. Like everywhere in the town, you can see the dike.
It's like Pikes Peak.
Yeah. No matter where you're
Yeah.
at, that's how directional, you know. Are you west of the dike? Oh yeah, I am.
God, it's funny that I was there during the flood and I don't remember any of that part.
No.
Right. Real stuck on Buttweiler in my head.
Oh, the
You know,
Midwest is fun.
The Midwest is so fun. That accent will never fade, by the way, because ain't nobody moving up there
No.
saying this is where I want to
No,
live
it's just going to
more."
get thicker and thicker.
Never been thicker. It's like Tony Danza's hair. Never been thicker. I think that's it. We good?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. You guys have a really good day.
Oh, oofta.
Oh.